Bills of Fare. With a view of rendering this treatise on confectionery a complete preceptor to the inexperienced, and the most useful and perfect work ever published on the subject, we here insert a few bills of fare for desserts for private families. Yet that being in some degree a thing depending upon the fancy, the season of the year for fruits, etc., it will be a difficult matter to please the taste of the experienced confectioner. However, recurring to the intention above stated, we shall endeavour to give them agreeable to the most approved methods, trusting at least that they will be found to be a guide to the young practitioner. Ice cream is a thing used in all desserts, as it is to be had both winter and summer, and in London is always to be had at the confectioner's. It would be useless to give directions for grand desserts. Those who give such rich desserts either keep a proper person or have them of a confectioner, who not only has everything wanted, but every ornament to adorn it with, without being attended with the least inconvenience. Though it certainly is highly commendable in every young lady to attain perfection in this beautiful display of modern domestic refinement, if it be only with a view of giving instructions to her servants. For country ladies, it is a delightful amusement, both to make the sweetmeats and dress out a dessert, as it depends wholly on fancy and is attended with but little expense. A bill of fare, having as a centrepiece a large dish with figures and grass or moss about it, and flowers only for show, surrounded by side dishes of peaches, lemon cream, plums, raspberry ice cream, nectarines, syllabubs, apricots, plain ice cream. A bill of fare, having as a centrepiece a dish or salver, a dish of jellies, intermixed with wet sweetmeats, surrounded by side dishes of coloured wafers, peaches in brandy, heart biscuit, compote of chestnuts, white wafers, morella cherries in brandy, Savoy biscuit, compote of pears. A bill of fare having as a centrepiece high flowers, images, etc., dressed with grass, moss, and other ornaments according to fancy, surrounded by side dishes of lemon cream in glasses, a gizzard cream, coloured sweetmeats in glasses, sponge biscuits, jellies, a floating island, wet sweetmeats in glasses, and ratafia drops. The above middle frame should be made either in 3 parts or 5, all to join together, which may serve on different occasions, on which suppose gravel walks, hedges, and variety of different things, as a little Chinese temple for the middle, or any other handsome ornament, which may be procured from the confectioners, and will serve year after year. The top, bottom, and sides are to be set out with such things as are to be got, or the season of the year will allow, as fruits, nuts of all kinds, creams, jellies, whipped syllabubs, biscuits, etc., and as many plates as you please, according to the size of the table. All this depends wholly on a little experience, and a good fancy to ornament in a pretty manner. You must have artificial flowers of all sorts, and some natural ones out of a garden in summer time do very well intermixed. A bill of fare having as a centrepiece a dish only for show, with figures, etc., etc., surrounded by side dishes of peaches, lemon cream, plums, raspberry cream, nectarines, syllabubs, apricots and plain ice cream. A bill of fare having as a centrepiece one large dish in the middle of jellies, cream and syllabubs, surrounded by side dishes of fruit, ice cream, fruit, ice cream of different sorts and fruit. A bill of fare having as a centrepiece sweetmeats, wet and dry, surrounded by side dishes of dried apples, jellies and biscuits, chestnuts, stewed pears, jellies and biscuits, and almonds and raisins. A bill of fare having as a centrepiece wet and dry sweetmeats and jellies both red and white intermixed, adorned with flowers, surrounded by side dishes of pot oranges, stewed pippins with thick cream poured over them, pistachio nuts, ice cream, ratafia cakes, pears stewed purple with fine ratafia cream poured over them, walnuts and ice cream. A bill of fare having as a centrepiece 2 salvers one above another, whipped syllabubs and jellies intermixed with crisped almonds and little ratafia cakes, one little one above all, with preserved orange or pineapples, little bottles with flowers to adorn it, and knick-knacks strewed about the salver, surrounded by side dishes of fruit, ice cream, fruit, little cakes, fruit, almonds and raisins, ice cream of different colours, large Seville orange sliced with double refined sugar strewed over, fruit and creams. A bill of fare having as a centrepiece a grand trifle, surrounded by side dishes of stewed pippins, ice cream, little pot oranges, compote of chestnuts, nonpareils, ice creams different colours, pistachio nuts and compote of pears. A bill of fare having as a centrepiece a high salver with syllabubs, a little raised above with a preserved orange or lemon, surrounded by side dishes of fruit, jellies, fruit, almond creams, fruit, jellies, fruit and almond flummery. A bill of fare having as a centrepiece 2 salvers one above another, on the bottom one jellies, the top a large glass cup covered with raspberry cream, surrounded by side dishes of blancmange stuck with almonds, whipped syllabubs, ice cream, dried cherries, almond flummery, whipped syllabubs, ice cream and chestnuts. As to all sorts of little biscuits, almonds and knick-knacks thrown in the middle of the salver or wet sweetmeats in little glasses, they may be intermixed according to fancy. A bill of fare having as a centrepiece jellies, lemon cream and sweetmeats, both wet and dry, piled upon salvers with crisped almonds and knick-knacks, surrounded by side dishes of golden pippins, whipped syllabubs, filberts, large oranges, sliced and sugar strewed over, nonpareils, ice cream, whipped syllabubs, blancmange, plums and chestnuts. A bill of fare having as a centrepiece jellies, surrounded by side dishes of dried cherries, lemon cream, dried plums, grapes, almonds and raisins, almond flummery, pistachio nuts and winter pears. A bill of fare having as a centrepiece whipped syllabubs, surrounded by side dishes of peaches, jellies, nectarines, greengages, almond flummery, walnuts, grapes, jellies, fine pears, cherries, creams and filberts. A bill of fare having as a centrepiece floating island, surrounded by side dishes of filberts, ice cream, dried plums, pears, walnuts, ice cream, different colours, nonpareils and grapes. A bill of fare having as a centrepiece, in the middle a high pyramid of one salver above another, the bottom one large, the next smaller, the top one less. These salvers are to be filled with all kinds of wet and dry sweetmeats in glass, baskets or little plates, coloured jellies, creams, etc., biscuits, crisped almonds and little knickknacks, and bottles of flowers prettily intermixed. The little top salver must have a large preserved fruit in it, surrounded by side dishes of clear jellies, ice cream, different colours, whipped syllabubs, lemon cream in glasses, golden pippins, blancmange stuck with almonds, almonds and raisins, clear jellies in glasses, whipped syllabubs, ice cream, different colours, lemon cream in glasses, pistachio nuts, blancmange stuck with almonds, and nonpareils. A bill of fare having as a centrepiece 2 large salvers in the middle, one above another, in the top whipped syllabubs, a garland of flowers raised above them, the bottom one filled with clear jellies, surrounded by side dishes of peaches, lemon cream in glasses, ice cream, walnuts, nectarines, golden pippins, almond flummery stuck with almonds, pears, plums, lemon cream in glasses, ice cream, filberts, apricots, nonpareils, and almond flummery stuck with almonds. Note: you may alter the side plates as you think proper, or with such fruit and things as you can get. A bill of fare having as a centrepiece a large dish of fruit of all sorts piled up and set out with green leaves, surrounded by side dishes of filberts, whipped syllabubs, ratafia cakes, jellies, filberts, whipped syllabubs, ratafia cakes and jellies. A bill of fare having as a centrepiece jellies piled up on 2 salvers, a large glass in the middle, surrounded by side dishes of walnuts, rubber ice cream, nonpareils, black and green grapes, filberts, gooseberry fool, pears, and green and black grapes. A bill of fare having as a centrepiece jellies and cream intermixed, surrounded by side dishes of walnuts, peaches and nectarines, plums, grapes, filberts, peaches and nectarines, currants and grapes. A bill of fare having as a centrepiece 2 salvers one above another, on the top cream in a large bowl, the bottom jellies, surrounded by side dishes of filberts, raspberries, gooseberries, small biscuits, black cherries, sugar, filberts, strawberries, currants, small biscuits, red cherries and sugar. A bill of fare having as a centrepiece 1 large salver in the middle filled with jellies and whipped syllabubs and a garland of flowers meeting a lover, surrounded by side dishes of sugar in plates, almond flummery stuck with almonds, pistachio nuts, small cheesecakes, sugar in plates, a basin of cream, ratafia cakes and almond cream in cups. End of section 21.